Hi, Cappies. Hi, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you here are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hi, Cappies. Hi. Before we hop into the reading, as you know, I'm tapping into your energy before I start the reading, and I'm still very much in your energy because I feel super dizzy. Like my whole head, it's like weird when I look at stuff, and again, really not necessarily heavy, but just I don't know, confused or something, not seeing clearly at all, but rather a little bit like vision maybe shook up or something like that, and really dizzy. So the advice here is immediately to drink a little bit more because that'll help. Also, our brain, especially when we received a lot of downloads, then our brain really needs the water, the fluids, right? Because it's working overtime. So, and our bodies also, our physical bodies, don't neglect your physical bodies, Capricorn, okay? There's a strong message in that for you here. You really have to pay attention to that you rest enough, that you eat and drink properly, like as healthily as possible. Don't beat yourself up when you have an off day or off week. That's fine, you know. Make sure you're getting your physical activity in, like some sort of sports or some sort of exercise in between, or just walking, going for walks, walking meditations. Connect yourself, center yourself. There's a huge sense in that. Yeah, and that'll bring you a lot of relief. I know it sounds like a lot, but if you just implemented like one thing a day, started off like that. For some of you, if you're not quite there yet and you feel this is just too overwhelming, start with drinking like properly. And there's definitely something about the throat chakra because I feel very restricted right now in my throat area, which could also denote too, and we're hopping right in, we're already 2 minutes in and I haven't even brought the intro, but this seems pressing. So the throat chakra is connected to our base, to our genitals actually, and to the reproductive organs. There's a connection here, so there may be something that's coming up for you. All right, let's hop into your reading, my sweethearts. I already pre-shuffled all of your cards, like I mentioned. We have 2 guardian angel cards out already because they love to come out in the pre-shuffle, and it's just like, that's for them. Sometimes 2 will pop up for me as well, but today it was just for you. All right. Okay, they really want to talk, clearly. Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. That's your energy I was picking up. And I was a little worried for a second. I was like, oh, yeah. That's good. It's going to be good. Oh, man. Really good. It's going to be really good. Okay. So we've got 4 cards. It's a general reading. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind because that means it's for somebody else, right? It's not gender specific, nor is it time specific. We work with the energies here. We read the energies. You can reverse the placements. And whenever the message reaches you, it's yours at that time. These are timeless, like I said. So I wouldn't go so much with signs either. That's not the style of the channel. Really, you can if you want to. You feel free to. I always say in the beginning, sun, moon, and rising sign. But it's really like whenever the title speaks to you and you feel drawn to something, just watch it. There may be a message in it for you. Okay, you will know best, and that's totally like the style of the channel. You will know best. You are the one that's empowering yourself here. Okay, sweetheart, let's hop in. There seems to be a missing link here because the first card is upside down. I cannot look at it. What I can look at right now is, however, the 8 of Swords, the Star, which is healing or Aquarius energy, and you have the 10 of Cups, which is amazing. And it's funny because, as you know the style, I would not go as far as telling you all the cards right in advance. So there must be something that you're either striving towards or that you are aware already, but there seems to be a missing link here, Capricorn, for you. That needs solving before you can actually move forward and into this beauty here that I can already see. So let's find out what that is, shall we? Good. And by the way, I'll post pictures of your cards, of your YouTube reading, as well as the extended reading over on Instagram. You'll find the link down in the caption, in the comment section, below. It's at Universal Power Tarot. If you're interested, you may get like intuitive nudges by looking at the cards. Plus, they never come out in the same way, and this may help you too. So go ahead feel free to join us over there as well. Whoa, I love it. That's your missing link, the Queen of Rods. That's the one that jumped out so readily. So she will come into your awareness here, Capricorn, so much more. That's very fiery, very passionate energy. The Queen of Rods, not gender specific, is someone who's very authentic as well, and who will show not so much with her words throughout restriction, right? But rather with her action. She's one of action, totally action. It's like, if you want something, you just get it done. That's what I'm getting with this. That's interesting. That's an interesting energy. If you want something, you just have to get it done. There's a sense also here for you, Capricorn, of you have to do it yourself. And if you want something to get, that's what I'm hearing. If you want something to get done properly, you best do it yourself. And I think this is where the hang up is coming in. Because sometimes, and that works for a while for sure, that was definitely the stance that I was on for the longest time. And it works as long as we do have the energy. But for example, when something more drastic happens, let's say you have children, right? When you all of a sudden do not have the energy, then you will have to question whether that's still a good strategy, whether that's still a good pattern to be in. And that's what I feel where you're at right now, Capricorn. Of course, you would know best. Again, it's your life, right? Man, my throat. So yeah, and now seems to be the time to let or allow the help of other people in. And often those patterns arise within us when we don't feel supported, when in our younger years, when we just didn't get the nurturing, possibly the love or the support that we were longing for here, right? And that's painful, and it pushes us in that stance of the go-getter kind of a thing, or I have to do everything by myself kind of a stance, right? However, yeah, and the underlying, and that's an interesting connotation here, is the Eight of Swords. So there seems to be issues with low self-esteem, of maybe not feeling like you actually deserve. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Ooh, Capricorn. Maybe not feeling like you're deserving of the help, that you are not deserving of the support of other people. Oh my God. Yeah, that's the underlying under this. And people you may not show people this, right? And you may even not show yourself this for the longest time, because sometimes we're defending or put up walls even for ourselves, so we don't see it, so we don't feel the hurt that has been going on beneath the surface here. And then all of a sudden it comes in. Something often triggers this. It could be a reading, it could be people in our life, it could be losing a job, whatever it is for you, right? Something triggers it, and all of a sudden it's there, and it's there for you to look at. That's the good news. That's the really good news here for you, Capricorn. With the Eight of Swords, it's really something that is mental, and mental can always be fixed, and that's such amazing news here too, right? Because we're talking about a mental pattern that has been running in your head, that has been ruling over your life, that just, it's outdated, it no longer serves, and now it's time to deal with it and do away with it. Because like I said with the Star card, you are a star, Capricorn, okay? You are here to shine. You are here on this earth to shine your brightest light possible. But you can't when you're looking down on the earth, right? When you rather should be looking up and seeing yourself, your own reflection in the stars is what I'm getting here. See your own reflection in the stars. That is beautiful. And I'm also being reminded of how, you know, we have star particles in our, like, in our beingness, in our essence, and that's what I'm being reminded of. And you need to think of that a lot more here, Capricorn, that you indeed came from the stars and you came here to shine, not to suffer. We had a similar topic in yesterday's Scorpio reading. I mean, it can yeah, it'll not be the yesterday's Scorpio reading, but the latest Scorpio reading for you when you watch this. Yeah, and man, I so feel for you. Woman, I so feel for you. I'm sending you my love out and everything. This is tough to deal with. But the rewards when you work through this, they are amazing. You'll feel like an entirely different person. You'll actually feel like her, right? Really like her, not just the persona you may be putting out here, right? You really feel like her. You'll come into that gorgeous stance of the hippie queen, wild and free, right? Wild and free and reigning over her kingdom or his kingdom, right? And again, lots of healing, and that healing will happen on the emotional plane. And what I was going to mention with the brain, it doesn't matter how old you are. It's the brain is very flexible up until a very, very high age. It doesn't matter again how old you are. It can always be reprogrammed, because that's a matter of that. It's just a matter of reprogramming your mind, doing away with old beliefs. Like I said, writing is very helpful with this, because that helps us organize, like really get a structure in, and also bring stuff to the surface. It may take you a couple of pages, maybe, or maybe it's just right there, one sentence that'll strike you, and you'll know when you're hit by this. You're just like, oh, wow, I've had this belief within me for so many years. Holy moly, this is adopting something that someone once told you, right? Something that's not yours. It was never yours to begin with. It was theirs. Whoever placed that in your mind and into your system and body, and I so feel my throat and I feel angry. I really feel angry about that. And you should feel that. You should feel that anger. And then you let it go, right? But first you need to feel those feelings, and that's what this card is denoting too with the water here. You need to feel those emotions. Do not bypass them, okay? Because they're part of that healing process. You can't feel like that is part of love and light too, and that's often a misunderstanding. I feel like so-called negative emotions are not part of love and light. They very, very much are, very much so. They help us gain a deeper understanding of love, even for ourselves, and then in turn for the outside world, for other people. But we're focusing on you right now, on you, Capricorn. I feel dizzy again. Wow. Yeah, reciprocity. Allow reciprocity into your life. And this probably doesn't happen from one day to the next with the two seashells right here. This is a process, but setting the intention, especially with the acceleration of the energies right now, setting the intention is really helping you, because you don't have to know how you get there. Spirit knows. And once you say, hey men, hey women up there, please help me. Please, gods and goddesses, I need your help. I want to reach this. I want to go to the point of where I'm able to have reciprocity in all my relationships. And so it is, or like this or better, and so it is. They hear you. They hear you, and they put you on the path to healing. Or you may have even asked that, consciously or unconsciously, because our soul is helping you with this as well. Our souls are pushing us forward, right? Or our soul, I should rather say. As far as I'm informed, we only have one soul, like we personally. One soul with many extensions, with many arms, like an octopus, kind of, right? Okay, and then here, there you go, for the highest good of everyone involved, the Ten of Cups. That is your emotional fulfillment. That is also reciprocity. Two cups that are full indeed, right? Meeting people that are a match to you vibrationally, that are a match to you wanting to give, to your ability to give here too, Capricorn. Really beautiful energy. Yeah. And this is where your soul is trying to get you to. So it may not feel so comfortable, but it is so worth it. Let's switch to the things. They just pop out. What's it called again? The Wildwood Tarot. Thank you. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. It may not feel so good. Oh, you'll see, sweethearts. You'll see. Let me see. So you have the Blasted Oak. Like I said, this is a tower moment, and a little bit more than a tower moment, because again, you'll come into the realization of something that'll, like, it may feel like free falling, right, for a little bit. And this is indeed a good thing. I know it doesn't feel great in the moment, but you're being freed of unhealthy attachments here. All the shackles are burning away, and this is spirit coming in quite powerfully, and saying, Capricorn, this is a wake-up call. Capricorn, please, you need to deal with this right now, because now is a really good time to deal with it. Now the energies are really fast moving, and it's not going to get any easier. We would like for you to be in your 10 of Cups, because that's what you deserve. That's your birthright, the 10 of Cups, the emotional fulfillment. But for that, some barriers that you put up have to burn down. They're no longer serving. They're keeping you limited and tied to something, to an old belief that has so outserved its purpose, and it's keeping you from having emotional fulfilling relationships with other people. And that's why it's so important that it breaks away. So interesting. We have something, a topic here of looking down on the earth. Same thing. So often when this may even has caused you depression in the past, Capricorn, because that's the type of stance that we assume when we are really depressed, right? Or when we just not feel good, we look down and our body is all slouched, like this, like he's doing here, right? Like this, we just don't feel good, and our body reflects that. And that in turn, unfortunately, reflects to our brain. So when we do this, that's so different. They're so different. And I encourage you to practice this here too. Really lift yourself up like this. If you can, I know this is fake, but it'll send signals to your brain. Smile. Like put your shoulders back. It's like the Superman stance almost, or like this, da, 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 like this, right? And this will then in turn, and you can only do this for like 2 minutes a day or 1 minute a day, however you long feel comfortable. And then smile. You can even look in the mirror and smile, but that may be too much for some of you. So just smile. That will send the other signals to your brain than this. And also, it's when you're down here, very limited vision. When we do this, breathing, all of a sudden a whole different world opens up for you here, Capricorn. And with the seer too, she's looking down as well. I'm not so much with the seer. Exactly, because this is a position that you could assume here very much so, Capricorn, right? The seer, someone who is clairvoyant, clairaudient, claircognizant, all of those things combined, right? But not seeing it right now. Right now, I feel she has her eyes closed and not seeing that she has a huge, like a crystal bowl-like pond right in front of her that she could look into if she just opened her eyes. There's a sense of, again, a sense of captivity. Something is keeping you hostage. But it's right there in front of you if you just opened your eyes, right? And you can again ask Spirit for help. They will help you in probably the most unexpected ways, but they'll guide you there, and you'll see every step of the way is going to be so, so important for you. Do not doubt the process. Allow yourself to fall into the process and stop resisting, because it's so beneficial. And the seer and the blasted oak, by the way, the blasted oak has the number 7, which is you're exactly where you need to be. And these are 2 major arcana, so there's something happening for you here that is of quite the importance. And the 2 with the seer here, and they're drawing my eye to the maze. Sorry, I'm jumping a little bit to the maze here, which is you're exactly where you need to be. Another thing here, and nothing you ever did in your life is in vain. It's all serving its purpose. Depression also serving its purpose here for you, because sometimes we really have to come to the point, and this is very unfortunate, where we are so uncomfortable that we just have to move out of it. That you'll see quickly that this tower moment, this blasted oak, is really a blessing that is coming into your life. And you'll see that quickly. It may feel, or it probably will feel, not so great. But you'll see quickly, very, very quickly, how well this is serving you, right? Especially when those abilities of yours are awakening within you and you come in the remembrance of it, because this is something, she is quite powerful, but she has been restricted, again, another sense of restriction by others. And now it's time to free yourself, however. Now is really, really time to free yourself, your Capricorn, and to step into your power and to fulfill your mission here on Earth as well. So, my sweethearts, if this resonated with you, you can follow us over to Vimeo and or Patreon for your extended. There's a new deal over on Patreon, 15% off of all private readings. So if you're considering or wanting to get a private reading with me in spirit in order to get more clarity or reassurance, I recommend you join Patreon, because that means you'll probably get roughly around the first month for free over on Patreon. You can cancel at any time. Patreon is really cool like that. And yeah, and Vimeo is for single extendeds, right? There's also a new trailer up, so you may want to watch that in order for you to get a better understanding of what your extended may look like. That's over there as well. Yeah, okay, my sweethearts. I'll either see you over on Vimeo or Patreon, or I'll see you next time. Bye guys. Bye bye.